the Real Estate U podcast with Lettiann.
Welcome back to Real Estate U with Lettiann, Season 5 in the kitchen, and we are actually in my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. I want you to meet my dear friend and fellow real estate professional, Judith Unruh.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I think this is so fun that you're doing this, and I'm excited to share my recipe today.
Yay. One of my favorite recipes Judith makes is our stuffed artichoke hearts, so she's going to run us through that. But we're also going to talk about what it's like being a real estate professional in today's real estate market. So Judith is licensed in our office. That's Lettiann and Associates Real Estate Services in Leawood, Kansas. We're serving the Kansas City metropolitan area. Now, we know many of you are out of state, so we also want to tell you, if, as I've mentioned before, who you hire matters with your biggest asset. So no matter where you're watching today, if you need connected with 2 to 3 top realtors in your city, we are connected with an ecosystem of top area agents around the country. Email us, please, at realestateu, that's you like university, realestateu with Lettiann at lettiann.com. And we are happy to provide you with 2 to 3 top agents in your city that you can interview so you can pick a right fit agent for your needs. You can also use that website to comment on Judith's recipe, or perhaps you have a special recipe you'd like to share. We look forward to hearing from you. So Judith, we're going to get started with these. Oh, I smell the garlic. It smells incredible.
Stuffed artichoke hearts. It's very popular. A big hit during appetizer time. So when you're entertaining and you want a nice appetizer to go with your martini or glass of wine or just salsa water, this is a great one to provide for your guests or just for you. So
it's so fun to make, and let's get started.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So first of all, I just wanted to share, and my hands are clean, that you want to get the whole artichoke, right? You want to not get the half and not get the quarter. You want to get the whole thing, because we're going to stuff it. These are canned, and I think the brand is Reese's.
Yeah, it is.
Make sure you get a good quality artichoke. And I am going to cut the little tail off of it, because after we stuff it, we're going to place it in this cute little bowl, and they're all going to be kind of bedded together, kind of snuggled in. So when you choose your bowl to do your artichoke recipe in, make sure it has a little lip on it, because we will be putting a little bit of water in the bottom and covering it for a few minutes to kind of let it steam and get really moist and awesome. Then we'll uncover it and let it continue cooking. Use fresh garlic cloves. Don't, please, as an Italian, please don't get the garlic in the jars. But if you have to, that's okay as well. Crush your garlic, crush it up really good. And then fresh grated, either Parmesan Romano. I used Reggiano Parmigiano.
And your dog, rest her soul, Reggie,
yes.
Reggie
was named after Reggie.
Here's an example of the can. I have a different brand here, but I have these in my pantry because of Judith. Judith, I remember almost 10 years ago, you made these for me, and now we make them in our house all the time. So
that's so good to know. Yay. And the other thing we're going to use to stuff our artichokes is this Italian seasoning, the seasoned breadcrumbs. Now, you can always make your own seasoned breadcrumbs, but as an Italian, I have not found a better seasoned breadcrumbs than Progresso Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. That's what I use. So do you want me to go ahead and put it together?
Keep going.
So we're going to go ahead and add our garlic. Now, if you're a garlic lover like me, which I am, I put lots of garlic in. That's to taste. So as you can see, I haven't really measured anything. I would say that this is about maybe a cup, maybe a little bit more, and I think I have 6, 8, or 10. We'll count them, artichokes.
So the recipe, while Judith, she's adding the Parmesan,
lots of Parmigiano or Reggiano.
If you are interested in this recipe, you can find the exact proportions and the method on lettiann.com/season 5 recipes.
Good.
So we'll continue on with this, but please feel free to download all of the recipes.
Okay, now we also, to add a little kick, we're gonna add some cayenne red pepper, and this is to taste. So I'm going to say
good. Yep.
that's good.
Yep.
There you go. See, need a little input on that. Mix that up. Okay, it's really pretty basic, except here's a key. You have to drain, rinse, and dry your whole artichoke hearts, because if you don't, then when we roll these in the oil and then in the breadcrumb mixture, it won't stick. So make sure you drain, rinse, and dry these. I rinse them and then I put them upside down like this on a paper towel, and I let them dry for like a good 30, 45 minutes.
Or even more,
like
just let them air dry. Yeah.
So again, we're gonna use this bowl. If you have don't worry about it all being squished together. They just wanna touch each other if you don't have a big enough bowl. So what you do is you roll it.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, also use a good olive oil. And then when you roll it in your breadcrumb, mixture, you want to kind of separate it a little bit.
Gotta keep them separated.
And you want to, get that stuff in there. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Obviously, mine are.
Judith, we're going to keep going here.
Okay.
And let's talk about multiple offers for buyers. Like if you're representing a buyer, give us some tips and tricks and hacks. I wouldn't say a hack, because it's very important who you hire matters with your biggest asset. So talk to us about how you get started with a client, and how important that relationship is. Let's start there. Whether it's a buyer or seller.
Great. So do that first, and then we'll talk about the multiple offer thing.
Talk about whatever you want to talk about, but we're going to talk about how.
Okay, so we'll do both. But first, getting to know your client, and you have to build a level of trust with them, because unfortunately, not unfortunately, but they can have some preconceived notions about how the process is going to go, maybe from horror stories they've heard.
Many persons have had a bad experience.
Thank you.
Select the right agent.
Thank you.
I always encourage, even when I'm on being interviewed for a buyer or seller representation role.
Yes.
I always say I'm certain, and if you're not, please interview 2 to 3 agents. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then you'll know you're picking the right fit.
That's right.
Someone who suits your needs and personality and all of that.
Good point. Absolutely. And just kind of going over and sitting down and talking to them, and understanding what their journey is going to be.
Be a good listener. We need to be good listeners.
Good listeners.
Yeah.
Yep. Listening is critical. Take notes while you listen. When they do verbalize a fear, like, oh, I heard this, or what's this, or what would we do about this? Make a note, and then be sure to, education and information is such an important part of people feeling more confident and relaxed about the process. Because let's face it, it can be stressful.
No, it is stressful.
It is, yeah.
Remember, packing, moving, financially, emotionally, physically.
It's stressful.
So you need someone driving the bus, meaning a professional real estate agent, to see you through the process.
Absolutely.
Whether on the buy side or the sell side. And it's not about the money. It's about hiring a professional who knows what they're doing, who knows the market, and knows what's happening in the real estate market. For example, right now we're in the midst of more buyers than there are homes for sale, and this is the case across the country. So how do you do a really good job at this.
Thank you.
Tell us about.
I've had a lot of experience.
Yeah, multiple offer situation. Tell us about it.
The other thing I wanted to mention, though, backing up just a little bit, is that you have to be a good negotiator. To have a good agent, make sure you ask them about their negotiation skills, because there are several negotiating processes that you go through in real estate. And you have to be a good negotiator, and you have to be a good troubleshooter, because there's always going to be something that pops up. And what we want to do as good agents is we want to make sure that we get it taken care of almost before they almost even know about it.
So that be when proactive.
Right.
Okay, good.
Exactly.
Yeah, good
so
point.
that when you call and tell them that something's up with the inspection or something like that, you've already done your work and your homework about what's happening, so they can go, oh, okay, so we have the next step that we're going to take here. And then the multiple offer situation, right? Oh my.
While you're thinking about that and how stressful that can be for the client themselves, we're on this journey for you, so we feel some of that, and we feel that for you as well. But what we like to do, especially in our office, I encourage everyone to have buyer needs and wants meeting. So we're going to meet with our clients, whether it's a seller or a buyer.
Yep.
So not only to get to know them, but to tell them about the process. It may have been 10, 20. Aren't you working with clients that have been in their house for 3 decades?
Yes.
They don't know what's going on in the
don't.
real estate market. It's like having a baby we forget.
Right.
So I always talk about, here's what happens first, here's what's then going to happen, then we're going to have X amount of days to do this, here's what could happen, so there's no surprises along the way.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm going to digress for 1 second here. Now, Lettiann, what did you do with the little stems? Okay. Normally we
They're right
wouldn't
there.
throw those out.
No, of course not.
Okay,
You don't
they're
have to
not
throw
been
those
thrown
out.
They're here.
Kill me
So
with
what
the
I do,
spoon.
just to use everything, you know, because we don't want to waste.
Those are so good too. The
anything.
best part.
And the stems are so good.
Yeah, thank God
That
I didn't throw those out. Kill me.
So I just do them like this,
Yeah.
right?
Look at that. I love it.
And
Smells-
now, Lettiann, if you would get the 1/4 cup and get us a
Yes.
1/4 cup of water.
Of course I will.
See the mess that you make when you do this? It's okay because
This is a live cooking show, girl.
This is live,
This
and we
is
get
not
messy,
fake.
and we get our fingers in there. And now you have all this awesome extra, right? I like to sprinkle some of it on top, and since I have some extra here, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge. I think it'll stay for a little while. Don't you, Lettiann? think it
course,
should stay in the
yes.
fridge? Yeah. So we're gonna put a 1/4 cup. Now our next step, hold on. Let me wash my hands real quick and then we'll get to that point. But yes, multiple offers are challenging right now, but if
Here you go,
have,
Judith.
thank you. If you have a good plan in place and your agent understands how to negotiate a multiple offer situation, then you're going to be in a lot better position. Because right now, currently this year, we're looking at a lot of offers on one property. So make sure you have your pre-approval letter or proof of funds in place. I always encourage my clients to write a personal letter. It really does make a difference. Reach out to the agent immediately when you make that appointment. Ask them what's going on. Are there any showings right now? Do you have any offers? What's your cutoff time for an offer? Make sure all your documents are perfect when you present them to that agent, and keep in touch with them along that process, because it might be like 24, 36 hours before they're taking that last offer. But keep in touch with them and say, you know, here's what we're coming in, you know, maybe with, at this point, we're kind of doing this because there's so much, to make sure that we can, you know, be in the ballpark and everything.
It's literally
But
all hands on deck.
communication is key, quick communication and being prepared, the buyer being prepared. So.
Oftentimes agents will say, oh, I don't have anything to say to my people. I said, I don't care, call them. I don't have anything to say.
Yep.
What should I call my seller about? Maybe we haven't had any showings this week. I said, it doesn't matter. Pretend like it's your house. Wouldn't you want someone to call you just to check in and say, look, here's the way we're marketing it.
Yep.
We're really batting for some showings this weekend. Always put yourself in the buyer or the seller's shoes, if and when you can, so you can really help them at the most. So if you're considering getting a real estate license, or perhaps you have a license and you want to learn more about some of the things we do in our office, I encourage you to go to Lettiann.com and click on the training tab. There you'll find our real estate training success program that you can embark on and join our culture of agents. And it's a lifestyle for Judith and I, and it's by choice. Lifestyle being a real estate agent. Doesn't mean we answer phone calls at 11 o'clock at night, but what that means is we take our business seriously. We are in this 100%, and we're in it 100% for you. So
I did add a 1/4 cup of water around the bottom of the bowl. We're going to cover it with aluminum foil, cook it for 10 minutes, covered at 350, and 20 minutes uncovered at 350.
Yeah, perfect. And again, if you want more information about this recipe, the method, and the ingredients, please go to Lettiann.com/season 5 recipes. I'm going to grab the finished product. This looks gorgeous, by the way.
I'll move it over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being a real estate professional, Judith?
Oh gosh, probably just helping people on their journeys and getting to know my clients, and really many of them are my friends now, and just kind of helping them get to the place where they want to be with as little stress as possible. So I do love the relationship part of it. So here's the finished product, and it's fantastic. And you just scoop it out with a spoon and put it on a plate with some of the filling, and have your favorite cocktail or drink with it. And it's just really, it gets nice and tender. Gets kind of gooey, which is awesome. And it's just, a little, try that one. It's just delicious. I feel like Lydia in Lydia's kitchen, but I'm Judith in Lettiann's kitchen.
Oh, we're all family in the kitchen.
Okay, here you go. Try it out.
So do you know why we're doing this in the kitchen?
Why?
Okay, kitchen is the heart of the home.
Yes.
It's where everyone gathers. And when you're showing a house, where does everyone go? I want to check out the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen. If you are wanting to know, kitchen, master bedroom, master bathroom, probably the 3 top rooms in the house.
Yes.
We're not going to have a podcast episode in the master bedroom. Is it okay to still say master? The primary bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still say master.
I do too.
Okay. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Or ciao. Oh my word. Oh my gosh, so good. Absolutely delicious.
I love the garlic, you can tell.
It makes it. Totally makes it.
Very good.
Judith, I want to thank you for being on again.
Thank you. It was so fun.
How many times have you been on our podcast? This is the 3rd time?
No, probably. Yeah,
third or
about
4th
3.
time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing you on another episode.
Bye, everybody.
Whew, I'm gonna have some more of this.
The Real Estate You podcast with Lettiann.